Hey geometry students, so today we are going to be finding the area of trapezoids. This is 21.3. So here we go. So by the end of this video, we want to be able to do two things: find the area of a trapezoid, and then also use right triangles, so sine, cosine, tangent, that kind of thing, to find the height of a trapezoid, so that can help us find the area. Okay, so first we have to remember a few things about trapezoids. First off, we have one pair of parallel sides, not two. And these parallel sides are going to be called the bases. So we have base 1 and we have base 2. And then the height is going to be perpendicular to both of the bases. So that's just the distance between the two bases. And then the median is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. So it's an average of the bases, and it's right in the middle of the trapezoid. All right, so from here, we're going to be finding the area. So we have an area formula for trapezoids. The area is base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. Or another way of saying this is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. That's the same thing. So these are two ways that we might see it written. This way, it's basically just the median times height. But yeah, so here we go. So we want to add the bases, multiply by the height, and divide by 2. So for example, if we had that base 1 is 20, base 2 is 10, and the height is 5, we can just fill them into the formula. So 20 plus 10, and then times 5 divided by 2. So 20 plus 10 is 30. So we have 30 times 5 divided by 2. 30 times 5 is 150. So then our final answer is 75, since 150 divided by 2 is 75. So when we plug all of these things in, we just do that, but we have to make sure that we add the bases first. That's the only thing that we might mess up with, is if we don't add the bases. Okay, so the area ends up being 75. And when we're dealing with area, always remember that your units are squared, and if there are no units, to just write units squared. Okay, so now we're going to go over the case where you have to find the height, where not everything is given to you. So in this case, we've got 15 centimeters on one of the bases, 5 centimeters on the other base, and then it gives us the length of this side, so 12 centimeters, and then this angle. But we don't know what the height is. So we're going to have to use sine to find the height. Okay. So we're going to use sine of 34, since the height is the opposite side to 34. And 12 centimeters right here is the hypotenuse of this right triangle. Okay, so the equation that we're going to set up is sine of 34 equals h over 12, since it's opposite over hypotenuse. So then the sine of 34, if we type that into our calculator, is 0.5592 if we round to 4 decimal places. So we're going to say that over 1 is equal to h over 12. And this is the point where we cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, we're taking the 12 and multiplying by 0.5592, and we get 6.7104. And then this way we do h times 1, which is just h. And so when we round this, we're just going to round to 1 decimal place. So the height ends up being 6.7. Okay, so now we have the height, and we can use the height to help us find the area of the trapezoid. So remember, even if you just find the height, we're not quite done yet. We still have to find the area using the area equation. So here's our little reminder of what the area equation is. Base 1 plus base 2 times the height, all divided by 2. So that's, in this case, one of our bases is 15, the other one is 5. So it's 15 plus 5 times our height of 6.7, all divided by 2. So that's equal to 20 times 6.7 divided by 2. which ends up being 67. So since this is in centimeters, our area ends up being 67 centimeters squared. All right, so one more thing. If you're given the median instead of the bases, you only need that and the height to find the area of the trapezoid. So for example, if you know that the median is 12 feet and the height is 8 feet, you can do this because the median is equal to b1 plus b2 over 2. So it's equal to base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. And in the area formula, area is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 times the height. So this is just the median times the height. So we can just multiply the median times the height and we're all done. So this way is even easier. So in this case, the area is just going to be 12 times 8 since 12 was the median and 8 is the height. And that's equal to 96. So our area ends up being 96 feet squared. All right, so did we meet our learning targets? If we did, you should be able to find the area of this trapezoid right here with the height of 12 inches and base 1 of 14, base 2 of 26 inches. And also the height and area of this trapezoid right here with 7 and 18 for your bases, 10 side, 46 degrees for the angle. So remember, you have to be able to find the height and then use the height to find the area. And then for this triangle, finding the area given the median and the height. So if the median is 23 and the height is 16. All right, so that about does it for areas of trapezoids. Now you should be able to start your homework, 21.3, so get to it. See you guys tomorrow.